welcome to the third and final day of individual competition here in the Junior Judo World European Championships. I was about to announce World, but not quite yet. We're in The Hague. I know, we're in The Hague, but it has been the final day of individual competition. We still have the teams to go tomorrow, but right now we're going to have a little look at what's been going on today. Loretta?
Oh, it's been good.
It has been a massive change for the Dutch team, hasn't it?
Well, there's a song saying, what a difference a day makes. Well, definitely. And that's not my singing voice, because I do not sing.
Not yet.
But those words are definitely there. And it should be a song for this team, because when yesterday they were in the 21st position, and then they shot up to second before Georgia just got their gold.
Yeah,
so the entry went back down, kicked them down from second to third, but I don't think they'll be unhappy with that.
No, certainly
3
not.
gold medals and a bronze medal on the last day. Well, absolutely the icing on the cake for the hosting nation of this competition. Absolutely amazing. And they did it in style. Talk about drama. Absolute drama.
It was fantastic.
If I was the coach, I think I would have been having a heart attack. Or maybe in the hospital right now with the grey hair.
He was sweating more than what the athlete was by the time they finished the final, I can tell you that much. He was dripping.
It was amazing.
But before we get the athletes on, we have a very special guest with us today. I'm going to let Loretta introduce him.
Well, definitely someone that is all familiar to us, Ollie Bishoff, and he is an amazing person, but he was an extraordinary athlete. Double Olympic medalist, a gold medalist in 2008 in Beijing, and then went on to getting a silver medal in London 12, where we met up and became up close and very personal.
And we'll learn a little bit more about that in a moment.
Yes.
So let's welcome him on in. Delighted to be with us today.
Excuse me, Ollie, I've just got something here for you. A little makeup sort of pad for you. I remember our up-close and personal moment that we shared in 2012 when you were ready to go onto that podium.
What you're talking about.
Yes, you asked me to put your makeup on. I couldn't believe it. I thought you were joking. But you wasn't. But you did look good. I went back on those photographs.
Oh, you're so nice.
And you
Thank
looked
you very much for
gorgeous.
The
Absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to take up makeup artisting after this one. I'm going to take that and keep it with me.
But do you know the story behind it? Because it was 2012
I know
when I
you got
won
an
a silver medal.
pasted.
But 4 years before, I had a gold medal, and I was like devastated.
You look like
I looked like
you look like an Olympic gold medalist.
Yes,
been
exactly.
through the mill.
You had to work, but
and
you
for
used your
4
face to do
years,
it.
I had to look on these pictures and oh, next time I will do it better.
Oh.
So I will ask for a
You
makeup
were
to look beautiful.
Well, I did
And
my job.
nevertheless, you did. And nevertheless, the semi-final with Travis Stevens wasn't so easy. So I needed you very much.
No, that was an
Thank you
incredible match. And yes, and you made us wait. I was athlete service manager at that time, and I was getting in the earpiece. Would you get Ollie onto the podium? I said, I'm trying. I'm just putting his makeup on.
Oh, amazing.
So wonderful memories for me, and it was an absolute delight.
Thank you very much for telling this story to the world.
Everyone likes a little bit of background.
Oh,
so, how's your experience today? We had you in for a few minutes there in the commentating. So, how was that?
Oh, we had lots of fun. Normally, I only do the commentary in German language for Eurosport, but to do it in English is quite an obstacle, but hopefully it went well.
Well, it sounded very good to me anyways, so I think it was pretty decent. And so, you talked about the Eurosport. What are you doing now? What's the thing for you?
You mean life after being an elite athlete?
Absolutely.
It doesn't get more easy. This is the first part. So don't expect when you stop judo it will be easy. But I never stopped judo, by the way. I just stopped being an athlete.
Yes.
A high competitive athlete. So after 2012, in October, I started with business on the one hand. I worked for PwC, a consulting company or audit company, and I started to build a family.
Oh, lovely.
So now I'm a father of 3 small children.
Lovely.
And the largest one is also doing judo.
Oh, very
Still
nice.
white belt, but she has a white judo gi and a pink sticker on her back.
Oh, nice.
She will, on Tuesday, she will have her first day in school.
Oh.
So our family is a little bit nervous, and my daughter asked me, Ole, when are you going to Den Haag? Will you be back on Tuesday?
Oh,
And I had to
amazing.
promise.
She wants you to be there. Well,
Oh,
very,
definitely.
Nice priorities.
Definitely. Again, the
Bigger
priorities,
responsibilities
right?
as well.
Absolutely. And they start fighting in the morning at 6:30.
So what
Contest management then.
Hajime, and it goes.
And what do you think of the talent that we've seen over the past few days? I know you've only just arrived. I don't know whether you managed to see any of the live streaming, but based on just today, what was your opinion overall on the performances of these?
So for the nations, of course, I'm very happy that Germany also got its share of medals. Italy, the people told me was impressive, very impressive, and lots of medals. So I think we have a high quality. Very high quality here for the juniors at the Europeans. But nevertheless, tomorrow is the team event, and I'm very curious who will get this very important medal.
Yeah, I think based on the performance of the Dutch team today, I think they'll have motivated their athletes from the previous two. I think
they had a bit left.
they had a bit of a rocky start, even with some of the athletes who had high expectations for. I think they kind of fell short of themselves, their own expectations. So now that they've seen the success today, they'll be rearing to go. I love it. Teams is my favourite day, so.
Definitely. It's something that brings a team together, and especially now that it's a mixed team, girls and boys together. We've seen countries like Georgia, for example, that where the women didn't exist really in judo at high performance. All of a sudden, IJF put in mixed team event. They like winning, and they knew they had to get those women on board.
And they've done a
up
great
there
job.
and they did a great job. And what we are seeing, even in the individuals now over the past few years, is that countries like Azerbaijan and Georgia and Turkey, they're all now, their teams. And it's so exciting to watch, but more so, not as much on the mat, but what happens off the edge of the mat. The cheering, the hollering, the embracing, that both boys and girls uniting for once. It was good, where before, in our day, it was like, oh, the girls better beat the boys, and we don't want to be in the same team as them, and we don't even want to be in the same bus as them. So, yeah, it's lovely to see them all come together and support one another. So, for me, that's been the first step for uniting kids together. And so, yeah, may it last for a long, long time, because you guys need us women big style.
At least for the makeup.
At least for the makeup.
Indeed. Right, well, I think what we're going to do is start having a little chat with our medalists. So,
well, thank you
so
very
much
much
for
Bye
joining
bye for
us.
now.
Thank you.
Absolutely a delight.
See you
Have fun.
later.
Again. Oh, he's a great guy.
I know, how
did he
lovely
have
to have
any
him
makeup
in.
on? I'm not sure. I better give
We'll
him
ask
that
him later.
compact.
Right, I think first we're going to take our under 90 kilogram gold medalist. He was unseeded, had no expectations from the Dutch team, and he came out all guns blazing, only wanting to do some beautiful judo. So here we have. Welcome, Lot. Congratulations. How are you feeling with that gold medal around your neck?
Yeah, well, I think it still has to settle a bit because yeah, it's definitely not what I thought before today, but yeah, it feels awesome.
Yeah. And what were your expectations coming today? Did you just want to enjoy it, enjoy the home crowd?
Yeah, so I just wanted to show my best judo, and I didn't really have a lot of expectations. I was just hoping to win a couple fights in front of the home crowd, friends and family.
You have your family here with you as well?
Yeah, my parents were there, my brother, so yeah, it was awesome. Yeah.
Power of family, huh?
Oh. And were they part of the ones standing in that front row cheering you on? Because that was incredible.
well, my brothers definitely were, but my parents not. No, that would have been
a bit
too
more nervous.
hefty. Yeah.
So we're going to have a little look at some of your contests from today. I think we might have your semi-final first. Let's double check. We might just have a final, but we'll check with our IT team. Maybe they can deliver. Let's see.
Well, before we get that clip, you made it very scary moments, didn't you? It wasn't.
Oh, we're going to go straight to your final here.
Oh, so, yes.
Now, can you tell us a little bit about this contest? Because he looks very, very strong. Almost like you're fighting against brick.
Yeah, that's just what we thought as well. I felt it was really hard to move him, so yeah, that was kind of my plan to get him on the move. Yeah, just make the fight long. That's what eventually kind of happened. But yeah, the score against me was not the plan, of course.
No, not the plan at all. But then, I mean, look, less than 30 seconds left on that clock, and you took the score what was going through your mind then?
Yeah, I just was trying to invent something on the spot. So I felt he was moving to one side, and then I just made kind of like a sumigashi or something to the side,
And there
and
was
it
the
worked.
finish.
Yeah, and this is something I've tried before when someone is doing like a katagruma, but it's really difficult and risky. So normally I wouldn't do it. But,
Look at the
it's
joy on
awesome.
your face.
Yeah.
Well, it worked out for you today, and it was the risk worth taking, I think,
Yeah,
for
at
definite.
at that moment, definitely. Yeah.
And so, are you in Papendal now in the training centre?
Yeah. So I, as of like the summer break, I'm moving there. So in preparation for this tournament, I did like 3 days a week at Papendal, and then the other 2 days at home.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
And what about study-wise? Are you in school, university? Is there anything going on there?
I completed a bachelor's program in econometrics.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So,
Brains and the brawn.
yeah, so that's also quite a difficult program, but yeah, I enjoy it. And in Papendal, I'm going to study a master's in mathematics. So yeah, it will be fun. I hope.
Yeah, it sounds it.
When we need someone that's got a good brain there, we know who to call.
No, well, we need an accountant. Don't worry.
So what's next for you?
Yeah, so before this, I actually wasn't qualified for the World Championships or
You are
something,
now.
but now I am. So yeah,
You'll be
that will
booking
be
that
the
flight
next.
to Portugal now.
Yeah, that will be next.
Your
for me,
name's on the ticket.
Yeah, I hope so.
Will you be asking for it, will you?
I know, they'll be having words if not.
Well, who do you think? No, well, obviously, before this competition, you weren't even thinking of the World Championships. Now you have the World Championships to look forward to. Do you set your standards a bit higher than just participating? Are you now, as the current European, that sounds lovely, current
sounds
European
good.
junior champion, are you thinking of a world medal now, or are you going to be a participant?
Yeah, I don't want to put too much pressure on myself, but
A medal wouldn't be too bad.
Now just winning 2 fights or something is a bit of a small goal, I think now.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, we wish you the best of luck.
Absolutely,
really
we will
do.
see
We'll
you
be looking
there.
out for you. But once again, congratulations on a fabulous performance. From the start, we followed you right to the end, and you definitely kept the excitement going. And a couple of grey hairs as well, because it was a scary moment in that final.
Yeah, my
but
parents also.
I bet they were on the edge of their seats. I bet they've just finally been allowed to breathe for the first time today.
I think so.
Well, congratulations.
Hey,
and
Thank you very
fantastic
much for joining
performance.
us.
Thank you. No problem.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Such a sweet.
I know, what a great story
Brains
as
and
well.
brawn, as she said, is quite a...
Well,
And-
he certainly set the standard for the Dutch team, didn't he? And they had another gold medal fight coming in the under 78 kilogram category with Lieke Dirks, who I think there was higher expectations for, given that she's already on the IGF World Tour.
That's correct.
So I think even for herself, she was looking at that gold. She had bronze last year, but
I looked at a
wasn't this
lineup
year.
and I knew that there was just one that could stop, that she'd actually battled on a number of occasions, but she was on top as far as her confidence was concerned and the
100%.
wins.
She was cool as a cucumber this
it's
morning.
like I said this morning, and I'm going to really push this one because I did say to you that today was going to
Yes, you
be
did.
the Netherlands Day. It was going to be a
Absolutely.
golden day for Netherlands. I really did believe that. And because looking at the draw and analysing who was in, they needed obviously in some cases a little bit of luck, but I just felt that their track record and how they were progressing throughout the year, they were just getting stronger and stronger. And being on home soil was maybe that percentage that was just going to tip them to success. And I think that's what happened.
Well, I think she thought the crowd were definitely her motivation for today. So let's get her in. Impatiently waiting at the side of the mat there. Welcome and congratulations on your gold medal this year.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Fabulous performance.
Thank you.
Absolutely fabulous. I was just saying to Thea that I thought today was going to be the Netherlands Day.
Yeah.
And I analysed your weight division and I just thought, based on your performances and the work that you were putting through, being on the international senior circuit, would have been that edge that you needed, that percentage that was going to get you on that podium. Do you really think being on the IGF World Tour has helped your performance and gained you that gold medal?
Yeah, I think it helped a bit, but it's still junior, so The style of judo is really different between juniors and seniors. So, but I think mentally it helped me a lot. So yeah, I think of course the most part is mentally that I could push a bit more and could get the gold medal today.
Which was the toughest, the hardest contest for you throughout the day?
The quarterfinal
Yes.
against the Ukrainian girl.
Yes.
Yes, we thought so.
Yeah.
Well, we all thought, looking at that draw, we thought that is the crucial match. The winner of that match will be the winner of the competition. That's what we all thought.
It was also a bit back in my mind, but you first have to fight the first one, so my focus was on that one. But yeah, of course, when I threw the Ukrainian, I was excited and I was like, okay, now we can go for
I
the
want that gold medal.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not coming away with anything else.
What is it with the Dutch team that they make things look very difficult by the highs and lows? All of a sudden, you're down a score, and then we're all going, "Oh, how are they going to get back?" And then they
I
come
know.
back
'Cause
fighting.
in that final,
I wouldn't have liked
she
to
got a
be
score very quick, but we saw your coach at the side just go,
calm
Yeah.
down.
calm.
I was
Do
maybe
not lose it.
Yeah, I was maybe too excited, and of course with the crowd, you just want to go.
It couldn't have been helped, especially after seeing your
Yeah.
teammate take the gold. It was
But
incredible.
Yeah, it was very good. My coach said to just calm down and focus, and yeah, after that it
Yeah.
was all my part.
Maybe we can get a little look at the final of the under 78 kilogram. You had Morgan Rubiano from France.
Yes.
Oh, that's the semi-final we're going for
Yes, the
first.
semi-final.
Oh yes, because I wanted to talk about this.
Yeah.
That was capitalising on an open arm there,
Yes, yes.
and it was wonderful.
It was
It was-
just a moment when I stood still, but then I heard from the crowd to make the arm lock, so I just
Like,
went for it.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Oh, this thing that's hanging around here.
Yeah.
Lovely. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, that was a big mistake.
I mean, it
It's
was a battle
scary.
to get down, to be fair. You didn't go down easily.
No. Yeah,
And then it was a nice counter there.
yeah. I get the result back, so I was.
Did you feel a bit better there? You were just like, right, we're back in
Yeah,
the game.
we're back in the game now. I can focus again and yeah, look for another score.
And then you got to show off your Niwasa skills as well.
Yeah.
Rounded off the day quite
today-
nicely, didn't you?
Yeah, 2 times Niwasa. So
Do you normally like to do your Niwasa in competition, or do you prefer?
I
Touchy
prefer it in
Wasa.
competition, but not
Yeah.
in training.
No.
No, not in training. But in competition, it's I win sometimes Niwasa, but in training, I just suck Niwasa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and I
Oh.
don't like it.
Golden ticket for you today, though. So
Yeah.
Definitely a
incredible.
golden ticket.
Yeah,
But it
thank
was a
you.
wonderful performance
Thank you
from
very
start
much.
to finish, and something that we knew that you were capable of doing, and you proved us all right.
Yeah.
And now next is the World Championships.
Yeah, the world champions.
And how do you feel going into the World Championships now that you've got a gold medal around your neck?
Yeah, it was a bit of anticipation from, this is my first time junior since a year back. Last time was the European Championships in Prague.
Yeah.
So I was a bit nervous, like how I'm gonna do it with the juniors, but this gave me some confidence for the World Championships, and I'm looking forward to it.
some
Yeah.
good preparation. And what about the IGF World Tour as well? Do we have any more lined up there?
I don't know yet.
Oh, okay.
I hope I will get some tournaments, but we will see.
Well,
First
you're-
juniors.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get the juniors
focus on
out
the
of the way, and
juniors.
then
A little bit of celebration after that, and
Oh,
then
absolutely. Well
focus on
deserved as well.
the senior tour.
Oh,
Well, we
great.
look forward to watching and following your successes, and hope you get some time to enjoy the results that you've got here today, and hopefully at the World Championships.
Yeah, but first teams tomorrow.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
We are looking forward to
We
that.
are looking
I
forward
actually
to it.
think your success today may have rubbed off a little bit on the ones from earlier in the week who probably didn't
Yeah,
as well as they wanted
we had
to.
a rough start, but
Yeah.
I think today with 3 gold medals, it's crazy
Well,
for
you
us.
went
It's a
from
second chance.
on the actual medal table. You went from 21
to
right
3.
up to 3. Well,
Yeah.
you were in second position, but then Georgia
gold.
gold medal dropped you back down, so it's their fault. But third position
First
is
place
not
is
bad.
tomorrow.
It's all right. It's all right.
You'll take
we
that
will,
any
we will
day.
take them tomorrow. So
Of course, I have no doubt.
Well,
Congratulations.
thank
Thank
very
you once
much.
again.
thank you.
No
See
problem.
you tomorrow.
Bye
See-
bye.
Oh.
And that wasn't the end of it, was it, for the Dutch gold medals? They had
No, it
another one
wasn't.
in the plus
Doesn't.
78 kilograms from Pauline Sviers.
She
And
done
that was-
extremely well,
She
didn't
did.
she?
Yeah.
It wasn't. I don't think it was one that was expected.
No, not at all.
But again, looking at her form, I felt that she had a chance. With the heavyweights, it's looking at the whole list of the heavyweights, there wasn't consistency in their results. So although there was the seeding, you cannot really predict it when they're not consistently good all the time. Means that they do have mistakes. They do make mistakes. There is errors along which you expect at that age. So it's really hard to say, right, this top seed and we go by that. Although at the beginning, at the sort of show of before this starts, we always talk about the top 4 seeds because we only have a small time to be able to highlight
and a
who's
small
going to be
record as well
competing.
to compare anything against. So,
but when we were reading off, I thought, you know what? I don't think the top 4 are the predictions.
No,
I think there's some quiet ones out there that are ready. And I think what makes the difference for her was she was on home soil, and the successes. The atmosphere today was,
as you like to say.
I know, and the atmosphere here was amazing. So if you couldn't be inspired by your teammates fighting so well, and that's not going to rub off, then something's wrong, isn't it?
Absolutely.
So, and I think this is all that put together, and the fact that she had performed in other occasions.
Yes.
She knew she had something in her, and I think that proved, and to the delight of the crowd.
It was wonderful.
It was lovely.
And talking about team success and breeding it, like we have already mentioned for Team Italy, but they went and did it again and took another gold medal. I think it might have been their 5th
gold medal. Was it Italy
medal.
you're talking about?
Oh, might have been. So yes, Jean Coletti, I think. Don't want to get his name wrong. Coletti, yes, indeed.
Coletti, yes, an amazing athlete, wasn't he, today?
Double Toshi in that final, just easy.
I think he sort of whiplashed his opponent over on that last one, and I thought that was amazing.
It was beautiful.
And if he'd only pulled the hand in a little bit more, he would have had him landing on his back. But he gave him a little bit too much rope to spin out and only get the wazari. But the lashing, he went over so fast, it was unbelievable. Amazing throw.
Speaking to the coach, Raffaella Toniolo, Veronica's father, who already had in earlier this week, he said, for the past 2 years, the team have just been breaking records year on year in terms of medal collections. And he went, we've done it again.
So he just cannot believe he's
this
like
young
shell-shocked, isn't he?
He's just like, I'm just enamored. I can't believe it's happened again.
I spoke to him in the warm-up in the morning, and obviously to congratulate him on his success. But I said it wasn't about the success of the medals. I said, what I'm congratulating you is the success of the performance, the judo that these athletes are producing, the quality, the standard.
I was wondering if they maybe had some under 100 kilogram final footage for me. No, we could have had a look at it because that Tai Toshi was very swift.
I was really admiring him for is that the package that came, they were fit, they were strong, but technically they were great. Look at that technique.
I mean, he just jumped in there, didn't he?
No fear whatsoever.
No time.
He was totally convinced of his ability. He knew he was capable of doing that, and there was no stopping him. Look at that.
That was just the one sleeve.
And that was just off the one sleeve. Well, he'd had the 2 hands on the one sleeve. But, he was amazing. Absolutely amazing.
And what another win for Italy.
He was just so exciting all day to watch. And I'm not saying he had it easy, but when he needed to dig in deep, he stayed focused, he stayed confident, and he just did his judo. He wasn't caring about what he was up against and the quality that there was in front of him. He just knew what he was capable of doing. And I think this is what we were getting from the team, is that they didn't always get their own way. They had struggled a couple of times. Well, we saw it yesterday. And when they needed to just stay focused and then just put it to one side and say, yeah, I'm down, but I'm still in. I might be down, but I'm still in. I'm not out of the game, and I'm just keep going until the end. It's not finished till that referee says you get off. And it was a remarkable maturity in the team, and well done to Italy.
Well, last but certainly not least, we'll have to talk about the plus 100 kilogram category. Shalva Gumshidze made an incredible performance today. He came in as a defending junior European champion, and he's left with it again.
I know.
So this is his semi-final. I think he did a nice... Oh, there we go.
Very, very powerful.
And that had gone into golden score, and it was a really good contest, actually. And then Georgian Styler.
Yes, Very, very strong
Now,
indeed.
We're going to look at the other semi-final here. This is from Cyprus because it was their best result to date in a Junior European Championships, the silver medal that he ended up with. And he was also on a great performance. I think he also got gold at the European Small States Games as well.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah. Well,
And
he's an
come on for
amazing,
the final look.
amazing young athlete.
Yeah.
Dropped underneath, effortless.
I think maybe the experience of the Georgian might have had the edge on this one, perhaps. Do you think?
Well, they do produce, the Georgians have produced great heavyweights, there's no doubt about it. There are abundance of great heavyweights from the cadets to the juniors to the seniors. So you would imagine that they can breed that quality of athlete very quickly with the numbers that they have. Unlike a lot of countries, I know even with Great Britain, we're trying to hunt out someone that's over 5'5". It's ridiculous. They never seem to grow. Look at me.
They're not on this mat either.
But definitely,
we've not even passed
we just
the
don't
level.
we just don't have that many super heavyweights, and naturally super heavyweights. And these guys are naturally super heavyweights. Have you seen their feet and their hands? I always look at
Especially
an athlete.
you going in that warm-up area.
Oh, it's scary. I look at an athlete, especially when I was a coach, and when someone would walk in and they were going to be potentially a heavyweight, you look at the parents and you go, yeah, they're big. Then you look at the athlete, and they might not be so big, but you look at their hands and the feet. It's like describing them like, without being disrespected, like a dog. When you look at a puppy, you look at a puppy, they're tiny and they're a ball of fluff. But you look at their paws and they're enormous.
Yeah.
I look at their feet and their hands and I go, do you know what? They've got to grow into them, otherwise they're going to be unbalanced. And that's
Telltale sign for all the federations out there.
Look at the feet and the hands, the shovels and the feet. It keeps them stable and it gives them a good grip. And super heavyweights.
That's their third gold, and it took them to number 2. In the
They
rankings, well
bumped up
deserved.
again, third to second place. That was wonderful. And again, no surprise, I think the Georgians had a wonderful performance throughout. And I say performance, that not all of them got medals, and the women were very good as well. The women were strong, and it's nice to see the women being real contenders at this level. And so long may it last.
Absolutely. Well, as you can see from the replays there, we had some terrific judo today, and we're looking forward to even more tomorrow, which is the mixed team events. I mean, for me, it is the absolute favourite. It is a highlight of the event where all the teams come together and we speak about judo values and our core values and how we show them on the tatami, respect. It's an abundance. So we will see that all tomorrow. So I hope you join us then on judotv.com.
Goodbye.
I need all the wins, yeah.